You could just let it all hang out.
Hello! And
Happy
welcome to a Sunday edition of Confessions of a Cat Mom.
Who is this we have here?
With a sweet Mr. Z-Man, yeah.
He's getting very excited because he gets to meet his Uncle Nathan today.
Yes, he does.
My big brother is moments away from arriving.
Hello,
which is why
Nathan
we're going early.
Kimberly!
Hi, you guys.
Welcome!
Hey, JD, you awesome cat
And
guy.
Jill, everybody's
Jill.
like jumping on.
I don't even
This
know if
shirt.
we have anybody.
Maybe we should go change shirts.
Do you want to go change shirt? Do you want my shirt?
Hot, Jill. Yeah, let's just change shirts.
It's a whole
Let's
new
just
show today.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's an exciting day.
Whoa.
Sorry.
We
I'm
are
not situated
so
yet.
hopped up on goofballs.
We are.
We can barely contain ourselves.
We are super. Hey, Veronica and Kimberly.
Veronica, my tulip girl.
Yeah,
What's
Aaron
up?
down here. I feel really hot.
Are you premenopausal?
Probably.
Huh?
That's probably what's happening.
Huh?
That's probably what's happening, my
Jen.
peoples.
Hello.
Okay, so
Marion.
we have really exciting news. However, I want to start by saying Confessions of a Cat Mom. So if you guys, I look really sleepy. It's because I
are
am.
really sleepy.
It's because I am. Confessions of a Cat Mom. So,
Howdy.
I should I just read them, our text? Maybe not. So if you
What
guys,
is it
I just
about
want to know how many of you guys do the same thing. Like if your cats are your kids, then do you send texts like I sent the other day to Adrienne about Friday because I watched her poop. She went into the litter box and it had been a minute. I had
Friday
just
is a
asked that
type of
morning.
cat?
Yeah.
So her
so
poop is very important to us.
It is very important to us that we see her poop because every once in a while she'll eat something, right? Like she ate a piece of a
We'll catch her
shoestring
like finishing
once.
something. It's like, what did you just eat?
Right, which we thought we were over it, and she grew out of it a lot. But every once in a while, she still does it. Sometimes I think it's just for attention. But anyway, so what I texted Adrienne is I was like, Friday just pooped 5 turdlets.
That's right.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
and I was
And
of
she
course
was so
replied
excited.
super excited,
Yeah.
and then Jay was just pointing out that
And
we're
then I was
crazy
like-
cat moms.
I was
But
like, why do we?
Do you
like,
guys do that?
That's
Do you
a
guys
crazy
do
cat lady. Do you guys
I
do
mean-
that? Do you get so excited?
Oh, Kimberly, we love you.
Kimberly said just popping in to say I love you. I thought she said
just
pooping.
pooping.
I was like, Kimberly's telling us
We
she's
caught her on the squatter.
Did
Did you like that?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so the exciting news
Hi, Dana.
is,
More exciting
drum roll
news.
please.
Yes, Joe.
Hello,
So
Heather.
excited. We are freaking out.
We're getting a car in an hour.
Yeah, a car delivered to us.
Delivered
so,
to us.
Truncated little story for you guys is that my car broke down. Well, it's not officially broken down, but they basically gave us a time of death, and then I had a couple weeks left. So we were looking for a car that we could afford, that we wouldn't have a car payment. So you're looking for a cash car. I had involved my brother. My brother's a huge car dude, knows way more than we do. So I had sent him a car and been like, what do you think about this? And then he asked what was going on, and he started looking. He lives in Knoxville, Tennessee. So he started looking in Knoxville, and he was like, you get way more bang for the buck out here, and you don't have as many shady people. Because we found a lot of shady people
Here in Vegas, there's a lot of shady
trying to
people.
sell cars that I think people were probably killed in or something. I mean, it was just a little sketchy. And of course, us showing up and being like, well, let's talk about the transmission doesn't quite have the same ring as Nathan showing up with all of his experience being like, hey, so yeah, this is jacked and that's jacked and this sounds like that needs
And
to be
Nathan
tweaked.
just joined.
And Nathan LaFave is here. He is on
You're
the road.
driving and watching a live.
Jen,
That's
I am your new juke buddy. We can't wait to meet our new juke.
Yes.
So he found this car, but it's in Knoxville. So he decided to drive it across country to us.
Yep.
And that is what's happening right now. He left on Thursday. He's been through Kansas, Colorado.
Yeah.
He's went through Utah.
Well, all the states
all these
between
crazy, yeah.
Tennessee and
Right.
Nevada.
And he's now within moments of arriving, which is why we're going early to do it, because we will be absolutely useless once he arrives because I'm going to freak out.
We're really excited. We're really excited to see him.
Yeah.
Just because it's been a long time. Well, it's been since Christmas, right?
It's been Christmas.
Just yeah.
Hi, Nathan.
It's still like it's a long time, and she's like geeking out. She's just been like ear to ear all day, like so excited. And it's not even for the vehicle as much as it is to see him.
Yesterday with a crazy person, he was going through Moab. He was 4-wheeling through Moab in a Jeep, like as a thing. And he was sending videos, and it literally made me ill.
She literally almost cried because she can't stand that stuff.
And we had some friends over last night, and Jay was telling them what a crazy person I am, that I was freaking out about Nathan 4-wheeling over these huge cliffs and stuff. And Michael said, "Are you worried that he's not going to get your car here, or are you worried you're not going to see him?" I was like, I think it's clear where my concern is.
For his
He's
life.
A crazy man.
Yeah. Okay. So yay. All right. So if you guys are joining us for the first time on a Sunday, I'm sorry that I look so tired. I just kind of have little bags under my eyes. Hello, Lubo.
Congrats on the new car. Hi, Krista.
Thank you. So, but on Sunday nights, we like to go live and do a cat tip review. So for those of you guys that are just now like following us for the first time, we do a cat tip every day, Monday through Friday. And we just do like a less than a 1-minute little cat tip.
A little ditty, if you will.
On how
ditty
to
about the kitty.
Make sure that your cat's
you are today. Like I'm on fire.
A little ditty about the kitty. It's what
That's what we should call it. Cat tip of the day. No, ditty about the kitty. Oh my God.
We may have just rebranded.
Inspiration.
We may have just rebranded right now.
Could happen.
In front of you. Anyway, so on Sundays we go live and we do a review of those where we can just expound upon them. And we drink wine. And then we babble a lot.
And I gotta say, being that we were up so late last night, it's a little difficult to drink wine. This might be a first.
It kind of is.
But look at us.
We're doing it. We're doing it for you guys.
Yeah,
that's why we're
troopers. Yes, we got this.
Okay, so jump right into cat tips.
I didn't remember our cat tips.
On Monday, I did a cat tip on choosing your cat's food. So you guys know we're huge junkies when it comes to making sure that you're feeding the best diet for your cats. And we're junkies about it because we know that what we put into our bodies, just like what we put into our cats' bodies, we are what we eat. So we know that it's super important. Now, this stems from the fact that I saw a commercial, and I won't mention the name, but I saw a commercial on a cat food that they say,
you only love the them best, like family.
You feed them like family, only the best of ingredients, and all the stuff that I, for a fact, know is
whoa.
that I know is not real, right? So my cat tip was always know and trust the companies that you're feeding the cat foods that you purchase for your cats. However, don't base your trust upon their multi-billion-dollar advertising budget.
You guys had a lot of money to go up on the TV.
The rule of thumb is, and I said this, I actually said it, I wanted to clarify here. I actually said, what did I say? I just lost it. I actually said, I said, there you go. Wow, my brain is not working well. I said, don't base your cat tip or your choice of foods or your trust upon the commercial brands. The rule of thumb is, and I said it won't always be true. This might not always be true. What I mean is, right now, this is 100% true. In the future, advertising may be cheaper, right? So some of the actual good pet food companies might be able to come out with a commercial. Right now, however, they do not. If you're watching a commercial, if you see a commercial that costs
millions
of dollars, and you're able to watch a primetime commercial for a pet food, chances are that pet food, they're spending more money on their advertising than they are on the ingredients that go into your cat's food.
Nate said yes, nothing like a little rendered 4D meat. If you don't know what 4D meat is, Google that one and then be like, ooh,
disease,
delicious.
Decay, dying. And this is, you guys know, a lot of you guys know that my dad used to work in one of these plants that make these pet foods. So I know firsthand knowledge of what actually goes into it. And it's really gross. It's really gross. And if you saw it, you would never feed these foods to your cat. So don't base your trust upon a company based on don't trust a company based upon their commercials, their advertising.
Commercials are so convincing. And I literally, some of these commercials will make me cry. And like that commercial in particular, it's so beautiful. It's like exactly what you want to hear as a cat parent.
Yeah.
But then and it's like, how dare they?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so Tuesday's cat tip of the day was about fear-free clinics. That was a term that was relatively new to us. We actually learned it earlier this year, or was it late last year, when we had to bring our Pooh Bear in for an emergency visit. And one of our new veterinarians said,
kittens.
Oh yeah, it was the kittens first and then Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that we learned when we brought our kittens there that they are a fear-free facility, y'all. And one of my new favorite humans, Tabitha Kucera, she does chirps and I can't remember the name of the page, cool page. And Dr. Liz Bales, they co-wrote an article that talked about what fear-free is and how important it is, especially for cats, because cats, in comparison to dogs, a fraction of cats are brought to the vet as often as they should be for their wellness exams, for their dentals, for their just regular checkups, so that they can build a relationship and some history with the veterinarian, which is so important, not just those emergency situations where we're like, we gotta find a vet, right? Because it's so traumatic to take our cats to the vet. So a fear-free facility is basically a veterinarian who has gone through a certification of sorts to consider your cat's mental and emotional well-being as well as their physical well-being. In other words, for example, when I brought Pooh Bear in, he is in other words, he's a high anxiety cat, and he can become combative in certain situations because he just feels so defensive. Right. Mm-hmm. He has done much better the last few years with a lot of different things that we've done with him.
But vet visits are still not fun. It's not fun for any cat, right?
Right. So he has an autoimmune disease that will make him bleed from the mouth, which is a very horrifying experience. And so even though we've been treating this issue, it popped up again earlier this year. And I brought him in, and they were so kind. They were like, we're a fear-free facility. They examined him very gently. They did not want to stress him out even more.
They had a room that they brought him to immediately, so he's not waiting in the waiting room with other dogs and cats.
Yeah,
and
just noises, smells, all the things that really kind of heighten our cats. So fear-free facilities. Give your vet a call. Ask them if they know what it is, or maybe they already are. But it's a very exciting thing, especially for us cat parents, to realize that there's veterinarians that are out there that are being very cognizant of our cat's emotional and mental well-being.
Because cats aren't brought to the vet. Like the numbers of the statistics show that cats are like brought to like 4 out of 10 cats are brought to the vet, whereas like, you know, when it comes to dogs, there's the number is much higher because we're always worried about our cats. So just make sure you ask your vet if they will or if they can, or find a vet if you're on the lookout for a vet. Look for a vet that has a fear-free facility.
Stacy said my vet makes house calls. That is my dream.
That is the best, right?
Oh my goodness. Emma, Adrienne's on fire today. Thank you, Emma.
I love you, Emma.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
She's on fire, and that's good because I am not firing on all cylinders today. So
look at you.
He's bringing us his ball.
He knows it's a very exciting day. You know how cats pick up on your excitement
and energy? And
he has been such a little baby today. Okay, Wednesday's cat tip of the day.
Yes, so Wednesday's cat tip of the day was
Bobby said, do you two make your own fresh food for your cats?
Sometimes. Yeah, so you can find that, Bobby, on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel at The Two Crazy Cat Ladies, same as here. We do DIY. We do some DIY recipes, and we video them and put them on YouTube. So we have a playlist of different recipes that we don't make up ourselves because we don't feel comfortable enough to do that as far as balancing the diet. But we do work with other people, amazing people who give us recipes so that we can make videos for you guys.
Emma's one of those.
So we do sometimes. We also purchase several different brands, pre-made raw fresh foods. Yeah,
and our babies love it.
So on Wednesday we talked about hairballs versus asthma. So this was something that I read from Dr. Becker, and it was very interesting that a lot of cat. You didn't?
I don't think
You're
so.
not even.
I know, it was a crazy week.
Well, then let me tell you.
Okay,
let me tell you about it. So a lot of cat parents will see their cats, especially if their cats have regular hairballs, they'll see their cats doing that dry hacking, and they think that they're just not getting up a hairball.
Right.
Whereas,
Like
right. Whereas the real underlying issue could be asthma, and that can be very scary and something that your cat needs to go to the vet immediately for. Now, no cat should have regular hairballs. That's actually not a normal thing. People think that it's normal, but regular hairballs, we always want to look at the diet. But if your cat is doing that dry hacking, you want to get them into the vet to make sure that it's not asthma, or sometimes it's even a more serious condition that causes this. So if you think that your cat is just not able to get up a hairball, take them to the vet.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You all, we are flying through these today.
I know, because we have a car on the way.
Oh my God. I'm gonna try to get a video of when he arrives. A, so you guys can all meet my big brother, and B, so that this moment lives in infamy, because who has a brother like this?
Oh gosh, I don't think anybody.
There's nobody.
There's nobody on the planet that has a brother that cool.
The people that I was like telling at work are like, wait a minute. What? It's just so unbelievable. We've known this since Thursday, but like the moment is here and I'm freaking out and I'm so excited. Okay, Thursday's cat tip of the day, or a little kitty Diddy. I'm totally gonna use that from now on. Kitty
Diddy. That's what we'll do on our recaps. Some kitty ditties. Diddy about a kitty.
Marilyn's here. She said, and your DIY videos are hysterical because Adrienne is grossed out. I'm so grossed out. And yes,
are you gals video drinking? Cheers. We always video drink.
Yeah. And today is kind of tough because we stayed up really late.
As Lisa points out, Lisa and Lisa, we have to test drive a new car.
That's right. Yeah. So it's just this class, and then that's it. You are so responsible.
You are.
Thank you for the reminder. Okay. Ooh, Margaret said, I've been giving
Marilyn said the DIY videos are hysterical because you're always grossed out. Did you already read that?
Yeah, did you get a deja vu?
Yeah, now I'm getting a deja vu. Yeah, it is hilarious. It is hilarious. She's like, ah!
Yes, especially the liver. The liver really gets to me. Here's a little tip. Here's a little tip for you if you're a DIYer. You know how I'm a big fan of...
Drink wine first.
Yeah, always get a glass of wine before you get started. But liver is particularly disgusting because it smells. I really am going to start doing this with like rubber gloves on.
It doesn't smell. I've never smelled it.
And it stays on your fingers.
I mean,
if you chop
maybe
garlic,
after.
Like, ooh.
Maybe after.
Liver is the same way. Here's a little tip though, because I'm huge about washing in very hot water. But when you rinse off the disgustingness, do it in cold water. Because if you do it in hot water, it will immediately cook it and concrete it to whatever your cutting utensil was. So rinse in cold water and then wash in hot. There you go. You're welcome. Okay. Margaret, really quickly, she said, I've been giving my fuzzy kitty coconut oil 3 times a week. What do y'all think?
Yay.
I love that. So fuzzy kitty, I'm thinking that you're having an issue with hairballs. That's why we give it to Mr. Biddles. Mm-hmm. We give him a very small amount, like a quarter of a teaspoon. And we do it on an as needed basis. But
yeah, we should do it more proactively. And sometimes we do.
Sometimes
we're on the ball or on the ball. Sometimes we're like on point. We do it proactively, which we recommend. Sometimes we fail at that, but we're all cat parents, right? We learn, we go. I'll do it better next week since I just confessed that to you guys.
Ooh, Dana, today was a batch day here. 3 pounds of chicken, 2 pounds of pork, 2 pounds of duck, 3 pounds of turkey, and only 1 cat. I'm set for a bit. Oh, nice. Dana, that is awesome. And that's so cool too, because we're big fans of like variety and proteins.
Yes.
We're big fans of variety and brands if you're doing pre-made raws. Mm-hmm. But protein's so awesome, Dana.
Yes. Really good. For those of you guys that are just following us, the reason we're fans of variety and proteins is because every different type of meat has a different nutritional profile, right? So, and they have different benefits. Some of them are, some meats are actually inflammatory in nature. Some meats are not, but they have other benefits. But yeah, some meats are, they offer different amino acid profiles. So it's just like super healthy if you just feed a
I think you're on fire too.
I am not on fire.
That was really good though. And you know what? I think we were both a little concerned because she's had a hard time with her words today. So
I have.
But I think you're doing good.
You guys can tell that. Well, we'll see. On Friday, we talked about...
You totally kicked Thursday, which is a total Debbie Downer. You know how she wrote this down, y'all? She wrote this down as Thursday's cat tip, plan for death. Bum, bum, bum. Thursday's cat tip was actually about
Planning for death. That's what it was.
Having your emergency plan in place.
She didn't use the words because she was
No,
trying
let's not be morose. Like, this is the one thing,
true.
you know, other than cats, you guys, this is the one thing that we all have in common. We're here for a finite amount of time. We haven't figured out how to change that yet. And we want to make sure that the things that we love and take care of and the people and the animals in our lives, our babies, are taken care of in the same way that we would want them taken care of if something were to happen.
Right.
I think about that every time I go on a damn plane, for the love of God. And we don't have a plan in place, you guys. We don't. So Cat Mom Confession, we haven't figured this one out yet. But this was basically...
it's really hard. Although we did thank you guys. You guys are all really sweet. We got a lot of people to reach out to us and ask us if we will take care of their cats.
We're like, let us figure out how we're going to...
So if we said yes to every one of you, we would literally have a cat sanctuary. Like,
we would, which is my dream.
Way more
I want to get
cats
some land.
Yeah.
I want to have like the world's most incredible catio. Did you see that thing? It was like the new addition to my house or whatever. And it shows this little house with like this
wish we could.
Like identical catio built off the side.
I so wish we
was
could.
like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Someday, you guys.
Perfect.
When we have that ready, we'll just put it out there.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
Anything happens to you guys, we'll take the kids.
Oh, Kim asked really quickly, we'll get back to plan for death in a moment. What does coconut oil do for them?
So it has a lot of benefits. So we all know that like coconut oil is really good for skin and coat health. But for our kitties, especially if they have hairballs, it's lubricating their digestive tract, right? So giving them a little bit of oil, and coconut oil is a great way to do that because that's other healthy benefits. But it lubricates their digestive system. So if they are even their colon, right? So like our cats don't really get hairballs, but Mr. Biddles is prone to, because of the hair that he ingests, is prone to constipation. So we give it to him so we can just lubricate that colon, get it through, and it helps greatly.
This is it Milia Bell? She said, also, I'm going to need some more info on where I can get that amazing tea, please, and thank you.
Yes, you can get this at adventurecats.com.
Get me outside. Adventurecats.com.
Yes.
It is my new favorite tea.
And you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, it's so cool. Such cool girls.
And
Laura, I can't remember her last name right now. Laura, she's written a book. Just an incredible, outside the box, awesome new stuff to add to your cat awareness.
Yes.
Love her t-shirts. Okay.
So, are you done?
No. So back to death, shall we? So basically, all this cat tip was about was thinking about and planning for the article said find 2 caretakers.
We just got Lubo said he'll take care of them until the money runs out.
Thanks, Lubo.
I think he's probably
He would be our first choice, probably.
Yeah, I think the only one that
he loves our babies. Missy
strict
would
rules.
too.
He would follow. Yeah, they would.
Missy would too.
Him and Missy, but they would follow our strict rules.
Yeah.
For like a certain amount of time
until they like
no longer
unenjoyable.
Well, it's not, I mean, for
they would love our babies.
Like, wow, that's a lot of work.
They would love our babies in the same way that we love them.
Yes.
That's what she's trying to say. Strict rules.
I mean, it's a lot of work if you don't have a pet. And
back to death.
So I have to take care
plan for this, y'all. This is something that I'm literally putting on our list to do before 2020 is to pick a caretaker, pick a backup caretaker because life can change. Make sure that they have like all of our cats' information, the veterinarians that we go to, what they eat, like how everything rolls, right? And then go the extra mile, and you can even legalize it. You can do a will or a trust. Was it a trust? We have no idea. We'll let you know what we pick, but it's a great way to make sure that if make sure they have keys to your home. We've got a little lockbox, like things like this, like. God forbid, even we were in a fender bender and we both had to go to the hospital for 3 days. Like, what's going to happen to our babies? Let's not be morose, but just like an emergency where we need someone to help take care of our babies. Yeah, that's the plan.
Find somebody.
Let's be proactive about planning.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and on Friday we're going fast because we really want to.
We're so excited.
We really want to wrap this.
I'm starting to sweat.
I feel like they're probably just like slowly driving around, and they're gonna.
It's gonna be like we are literally within 30 minutes.
On Friday, guys, we talked about dental health, and this is something we talked about several times. But it's so important for our cats. And this one came from a comment that I saw on a post somewhere. I don't know who it was or whatever, but somebody said, like, what do you use for your cat's teeth? And and somebody commented with, you feed them fresh and you don't have to worry about it. And that's somewhat true, right? Like, if feeding a fresh food diet is the best diet for our cats. And that's because, well, it's because of a lot of things, right? But the nutrients within it, the bone, and the calcium source helps to keep the teeth clean, basically. So bones are a really great way to keep your cat's teeth clean. However, people still believe that kibble, even some veterinarians, guys, still believe that kibble is good for the teeth of your cats. And that's not true. There's actually nothing that could be further from the truth, because all kibble has a really high starch count. And that's how they hold it together. That's the only way they can hold it together into a little crunchy ball. And that starch count actually creates tartar and plaque buildup in your cat's teeth. So it's not good for your cat's teeth.
Because it's crunchy doesn't mean it's good.
Right. They would be like us being like, oh, well, we can
potato
just eat
chips.
potato
I don't
chips.
have to brush my teeth. I just have potato chips.
Yeah, we'll just eat potato chips. Why would we? Why would we brush our teeth? We'll just eat potato chips, right? Like that. It doesn't make sense. So you always want to make sure that you're proactive with your cat's teeth. That means check them. That means brush them if you can brush them. If you start them young, that's the best. Our cats will let us do anything with their mouths because we started when they were 10 weeks old. When we got them, we started touching them and touching all around them and massaging their mouths. So if you can brush their teeth, that's great. If you can't, there's other products that you can use to make sure. But never negate their dental checkups. Make sure that you take them in.
Yeah.
Don't ignore the dental checkups, regardless of what you feed them.
Yeah.
They always need to
check it.
Yeah, they always need to be checked, because one small infection in the teeth, guys, can leak to the other organs in their body and literally cause really, really bad, even organ failure. Since we're talking about death.
I was going to say, I thought my cat tip was going to be a Debbie Downer, but you're really bringing it
cause disease. And we know that. We know that from us too. If we don't take care of our teeth, it can cause other issues. And the same goes for our cats. So always get the dental checkups, and feeding a fresh food diet is going to be the best for your cat's teeth.
It is really warm down here. I just sat up and I was like, oh, I think I have swamp ass. How's that for too much information, you guys? Heather just said, so this is not my week. God bless you. I just want to hug you so bad. Heather just lost her sweet soul boy, Tucker, this week. And I just want to hug you so bad. So she said, this is not my week. Just got back from the vet with one of my dogs. A bone was stuck in his esophagus. Anyway, no. I'm now going to be fighting inflammation and hoping the scarring won't close the esophagus.
Oh my goodness.
My question is, can I give him Catalyst?
Yes.
And do you know if it interferes with any medication?
So Heather, so a Catalyst is one of our products. It's got digestive enzymes in it, as well as antioxidant enzymes.
Which will really help with the inflammation.
It's great for dogs as well as cats. We market it and sell it in cat-sized containers for most of you. She actually gets a larger one because
I was going to say, let's talk about dosage.
Yeah.
Let's talk about dosage though, because I don't know how big your dog is.
So
Brittany Young.
Hey, Brittany.
Billy Hockman.
And Billy, what?
Oh my God, you guys. Hi.
Yeah, so Catalyst is great, and it will help with the inflammation.
Yes.
Absolutely. So yes, and you want to do
definitely
like a fourth of it. Yeah, you can do more, and no, it doesn't interact with medication. In fact, we recommend doubling the dosage, and we do that for our cats. We double the dosage when they have to be on medication. Same for your dog, just because it's going to help to counter some of the side effects.
Right. And I'm thinking out loud. So you correct me if I'm
wrong. Loud.
Lugo said TMI. Yep. Oh, Brittany, I so wish we were seeing you next week.
I know.
I love you, fam. So the other thing, and I'm just talking out loud here, because we use Oxy for when we have burns or cuts or whatever. It really helps heal, and it helps heal without scarring. So I'm wondering if adding a little bit of Oxy as well to food as it's going down may also be helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
But you're VIP, baby. Just message us and let us know what's going on, and we'll figure out dosage and do whatever we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love you
I'm so sorry.
so much. You have had a rough week.
Yeah, it's like when it rains, it pours, right?
Wait.
Okay, guys.
Oh, Brittany's making a sad face. I think for
I know,
Heather,
Brittany. Oh, I so wish we were seeing you next week.
Oh my God, Heather, if you could have a hug from Brittany Young, you would feel so much better.
Yes. Yeah.
Brittany just had
And
that special.
Heather may still be able to come.
Wow. Really?
She's thinking about it, not sure, but hopefully we'll see you
Heather.
next week, Heather.
That just gave me butterflies.
Then we could actually give you the real hug that you deserve.
Yeah.
And that we want to give you. Okay, guys, we've got a car coming, so we're gonna wrap up here. We love you so much. If we didn't get to any of your questions, sorry. Just private message us, and we'll get to that probably tomorrow. But we will get to your questions, and
you guys were so
we love
excited.
you guys so much. Mwah.
Heather, let us know what you're thinking. I'm so hopeful you can come. I feel like we're already soul sisters.
Yeah,
like
we are.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
are.
So
We're teams. We're team members.
we're fam.
We're fam.
We're fam.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we love you guys.
we
Happy
love you so
Sunday. Have a
Joking!
great day.
That's right. Good night,
We're about to
Marilyn.
be joking. We're about to be joking. We're going to joke.
We'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah, love you guys.
Love you
Bye.
so much. Happy Sunday. Oops. I don't know how to.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Back
Jay's
off.
like, let me handle this.
I'll get it.
Let me handle this.
I'll get it.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye, y'all.